I was studying the aeronautical and space engineering, and as I was getting towards the end of my degree, I started asking questions about what is it that I wanted to do in the future. Then I started to ask more questions about what is it that I do in fact believe. I started looking for experiential answers. I wanted to experience the church in all its fullness. So during the Youth Leaders Formation course, I had the opportunity to participate more fervently in the sacraments, particular daily Mass, but also the Sacrament of Reconciliation. It was actually during that course that I made my first reconciliation since my first reconciliation. So it was a profound moment of conversion, of welcoming back. I really embraced the Catholic faith for the first time. But as part of that, I wanted to know what was my calling, what was God calling me to do as a member of the church. I do look at that moment of reconciliation with God, and I feel like there was an abundance of mercy poured out of me at that moment, and that perhaps God might be calling me to be an instrument of mercy to other people. I certainly did ask advice of priests and came to the conclusion that I was being called to the priesthood, and then had the difficult task of saying to my girlfriend that unfortunately I've decided that God's calling me to be a priest and we can't be together anymore. And it was heart-wrenching, but deep down inside, despite the pain, I knew it was the right decision. Well, the first year of the seminary is definitely a discernment year. So even though you may feel like you've made an irrevocable decision entering, that's not how it is in reality. We all come to the seminary with different backgrounds, different histories, and the discernment year is really there to give you the greatest possible freedom. It's there to put all the options on the table for you and then have you make a free decision as to whether you have made the right decision in entering the seminary. The seminarians, we form a very close-knit community, and we draw a lot of strength from each other because we know we're on that common path. I definitely feel happiness in my current state of life, and that happiness is not something that you can measure by worldly standards. It's a happiness to do with knowing that the purpose for which God created me is on its way to fruition, and so you feel a peace knowing that yes, this is right, this is what I'm meant to be doing. And although there are difficulties and challenges, the joy of knowing that you're cooperating with the plan of God, nothing compares to that. You know, Christ loves his people with the heart of the Good Shepherd, and he's sharing that ministry with us in a profound way. So I think that's one of the most exciting things is being so privileged to have that insight into the love of Christ, and then to see Christ's love transform people's lives. I think that's probably the thing I'm looking forward to the most. So for anyone who's considering the priesthood, I would encourage them to really be open to that possibility, not be afraid of their weaknesses, not think that there's a particular kind of person that's called to be a priest, but just to be open to that possibility. God is a God who wants to take us by the hand and lead us on an adventure. And so I would encourage young men to not be afraid and not think that, you know, life has to follow a set plan. Be open to surprises.